The SNAP food stamp program has been under a lot of scrutiny and investigation these last couple of months. And now people in the states that I'm going to list for you in this video could lose their benefits if said states do not comply with the USDA's request for recipient data. I want to watch a number of clips with you guys in this video, and then at the end, I want to tell you guys the things that our tax dollars are being spent on. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's hear it from the Secretary of Agriculture herself, Brooke Rollins.
We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states. In February of this year, we asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states, and that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, the blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer. As Joe Biden was working to buy an election a year ago, he increased food stamp program funding by 40%. So now as we continue to roll that back. So
you guys heard that, and in my opinion, all I heard was we're going to cut down on food stamp funding and there's going to be a lot more hungry people. But anyway, these are the states that could lose their benefits if they do not comply, right? We have Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Washington, Wisconsin, and Washington, D.C. So if you live in any one of those states, you could potentially lose your funding if your state do not comply with this request. Now, right, one hand, you could look at it as this is an attack on the poor, or you can look at it as this is motivation for people to get up their asses and do something for themselves. Let me know where you fall in my comments. But anyway.
Hey everyone, it's Brooke Rollins. This week, we are seeing real action to restore fairness, accountability, and common sense to our food assistance programs. President Trump's vision to restore common sense reforms to SNAP, or food stamps, is moving to its implementation phase. The One Big Beautiful Bill enacted revised work requirements for able-bodied adults between 18 and 64 who receive SNAP, meaning they will be required to work, to volunteer, to train, or even to study at least 80 hours a month to qualify for benefits as a floor. That's 20 hours a week and 4 hours every work day. This is about restoring dignity and responsibility. We're ending a system where some were taking advantage while honest, hardworking Americans foot the bill.
And now you see why I told all of you motherfuckers who was making all the videos bragging about lying and gaming the system. Now you see why I was telling y'all to shut up? Oh, y'all about to be hungry as hell now.
As I have pointed out, the data shows clear misuse. Deceased individuals still receiving checks, people collecting benefits in multiple states, and so much more. This is unacceptable. And while we're talking about that, to the 21 states who have yet to send us their data, what is it that you are hiding? Let's partner together to defend the taxpayer and make sure that those who are most vulnerable among us are receiving the benefits. There is dignity in work. There is dignity in service to your community. There is dignity in career and technical education. Also, all USDA programs, including SNAP, are continuing to be under significant review to kick off any illegal immigrants receiving federal benefits.
Now, hold up. Me personally, I don't think that's fair. Now, I get it, right? The illegals are here illegally. Duh, hence the name illegal, undocumented, whatever, right? Because according to this here, illegal immigrants, they pay taxes. They pay into the food stamp program. They do. They contribute. A lot of people were telling me for the longest time that illegals do not contribute nothing. All they want is handouts. But according to this here, this is Google, that's bullshit, right? They pay income and payroll taxes. They pay sales and exercise taxes. They pay property taxes as well. So immigrants, illegals, pardon me, they contribute to these programs, and yet they don't benefit, which is crazy to me. I don't even know why immigrants, y'all want to stay here. Y'all country must really be shit for you guys to want to stay here so bad. But anyway, let's continue.
That means no more freebies for lawbreakers. Benefits will be...
It's not free. They're paying into it also. It's not a freebie. Jesus Christ.
...preserved for citizens who follow the rules. We believe in helping Americans who play by the rules. We believe that if you are able-bodied, you should work or contribute to receive taxpayer-funded help. But we also believe
the illegals, undocumented, they contribute. So that's bullshit.
That there are vulnerable Americans who need this supplemental nutrition assistance benefit for a short term to help them get back on their feet. That's only fair, and that is right. It's time we restore accountability, protect hardworking taxpayers, and make sure aid goes to American citizens, not to those who are illegally gaming the system. If you're tired of a welfare system that's been exploited for too long, this reform is one of many that will promote work, reduce dependence, and make certain SNAP support those truly in need: children, the disabled, and the elderly. Thank you.
Personally, I respect the ending part of that, right? Children, disabled, and the elderly, perfectly fine with me. But, hey, look, all of you people bragging, I told you, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Now, look, y'all all about to get your asses kicked off. You better get up and go to work. I better get up and go get a job. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people voted for this. A lot of people advocated for this. Me personally, right, I don't give a shit. I'm going to stand on my square. A lot of people disagree with me in my comments, and that is okay. I don't care. If you don't want to work and want to just live off the government, that shit don't bother me personally. I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing. I'm only focused on me and what I'm doing. I know I'm not doing that, right? But a lot of people in this country are very upset at the people who don't work, but yet they still eat better than they do. So I can't tell them not to be mad, not to be jealous. But me personally, I don't have that problem because I eat good. So I guess that's why I don't feel the same envy they do. But hey, like I said, the way I see it is this: if you don't want to work, you live the crappy life that you set yourself up for. That's how I look at it. But anyway, let's continue.
The folks use those EBT cards to go out and buy their groceries. But starting today, December 1st, those new changes, those new requirements mean you've got to look for work, you've got to go out and volunteer, certain hours, number of hours each month to keep the benefits going. Otherwise, those benefits could be cut sharply, maybe only 3 months worth of benefits over a 3-year period. That's a big drop off, and you bet big changes like that bringing some big time reaction. Listen to some of this.
I don't think it's fair that he do that, but...
And you were saying you think it's going to hurt a lot of people?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely it's going to hurt a lot of people.
It's only going to hurt the people who don't want to work. It's only going to hurt the lazy. That's all it is. The disabled, the elderly, and children are still going to get their benefits.
Because you never know. You know what? Especially now that we're in the holidays and everybody wants to have a good dinner and everything. And if you don't give it to them, it's going to be really hard.
See, that's the problem. All this giving shit. You got to go out and get it yourself. It's not nobody's responsibility to make sure you eat.
It's very sudden, and it will affect people negatively really quickly. So, and a lot of people don't have the resources to obtain these new skills. So if it's possible to, like, you know, keep it or find another way to always help these people, that would be very vital.
The folks.
My man said people don't have the resources to get these skills. I know you fucking lying. Listen, a lot of the people that's on food stamps, right? They be on fucking social media. They be on TikTok. They be bragging. They have big ass flat screen TVs. They have all kind of resources. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. But once again, People not wanting to work don't bother me as much as it bothers some other people. There are some people who absolutely hate the fact that people don't want to work. I personally don't understand why. The way I look at it is this: what the next person eats don't make me shit. I don't give a goddamn. You don't want to work, that's your life, not my problem. I don't care. How much I pay in taxes doesn't change whether people are on food stamps or not. That's why it doesn't bother me. But anyway, let's continue. And now I'm going to tell you guys what your tax dollars are being spent on. I'm going to just go down the list very quick in the interest of time. Number 1, Social Security. Number 2, health insurance programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and the Child Health Insurance Program and Affordable Care Act. National defense, military, net interest on the government debt. Income security, this is a big one, right? That's where we get our unemployment benefits and our food stamp SNAP benefits, Section 8, and federal retirement benefits, and veteran benefits and services, funding for the Department of Veteran Affairs. And these are the other areas of our tax dollars spending. We have education, we have transportation, we have natural resources and environment, science and medical research, administration, justice/law enforcement, internal affairs, and general government operations like the IRS, etc.